Good afternoon, everyone. This is Nate G. This is the um, training video on how to use the Sniper Pro indicator. I am going to turn off the GEX levels here so that they don't get in the way of what we're doing. If you want to upgrade to the Sniper Pro system, which also gives you these GEX levels, you can do that. But for now, we're just going to talk about the Sniper Pro signal and how to use that. So you have this on your chart. You've watched the video prior to this about how to put this on your charts. And if you've just put this on your charts, you're most likely still in the reversal settings, which should look a little bit like this. Now, in these reversal settings, as is, the default is one of my favorites to use. The defaults are the ones that are going to give you the reversal points here. You know, right? We're getting sniper buy down here. We're getting sniper sells up here. And you can play the ranges on a range bound day. If I want to, and I click the settings, you can change a lot of things in the settings. Some of the main things are, depending on the type of day, you can set up a reversal day for a range bound day. You can go a trend up or a trend down for a day that's trending if you can identify whether we're in a trend up or we're in a trend down. And you can change to what my favorite setting is the scalper setting. And I'll show you that in just a minute. The other thing I like to do here is the ready visual mode. I like the colors to be bright when they fire, right? So that it just sort of, you can switch it back and forth between bright is you're ready, it's telling you ready, ready, ready. We're in an oversold situation. You're going to get a signal pretty soon. That might be easier for your eye, but for me, what I want to see is I want to see. I can tell when it's ready because it's in an oversold or an overbought position, and I want that dark. That bright histogram line to be my fire line. So I make that switch as well. That's just a personal preference. And then also, if you like a more traditional, I like the histogram look, but if you like a more traditional line chart, many of you might be used to seeing this sort of a line chart. You can look at that as well if that's easier for your eye. That's more traditional in kind of an RSI oversold, overbought kind of scenario. But I prefer using the histogram, and my favorite setting is the scalper setting, which gives you a lot more signals, right? Both up and down, but it just helps me scalp out smaller hits. Like if I'm looking for a little 10 to 15% hit, then I can get that here with these. I can play it to the upside, I can play it to the downside. This is in more of an advanced mode, so I would really recommend if you're new to the sniper trading with the reversal patterns. They give you less signals. They tend to be a little bit more of a clean signal. Now, anywhere in here, you can change your ready band preset. Right now, it's the RSI of 60 and 40. You can do 65 and 35. You can do more classic of a 70 and 30. You'll get less signals that way, but it just gives you the flexibility to change what kind of signals you're getting. You can also change any of your RSI lengths or smoothing. I think if you just leave this as is, you're going to do just fine. But it really gives you the option, EMA lengths, MACD sources, to make some changes, right? And then if you want your fire signals, you want them earlier, you want them later. There is a fire band preset. This is the other one that you can make a lot of changes. If you go to a single, you're going to get less signals, right? That's like a single shot. Go to semi-auto, you're going to get a few more potential signals. And then if you go to automatic, you're usually going to get quite a few signals, which kind of makes it hard to filter out the noise. So this comes as a default in a semi-auto sort of setting, and that's where I prefer to use it. You can change it and do anything you like with it. There's many more color changes that you can make down here, and you can also mess with your RSI links. But I've done a lot of testing, and I think that the settings that it comes with default, other than turning off the aim lines, puts you in a really great position to start your trading and figure out really what works for you in the long run. So that's the setup video. That's how you can change the different settings in here. Like I said, I like a scalper type of setup, but when we know, like today, you can see we're in a range bound day, other than this massive sell off here, and we're not really going anywhere. So we're not in a trend up, we're not in a trend down, and so in those cases, I'm going to use the standard reversal, or I'm going to trade with a scalper, right? Which is going to give me those signals, but just more of them. However, when we get into a trend up or a trend down day, and I'm going to scroll back here to a nice trend up day here, okay? The first half of the morning. And if you can identify that you're having a trend up day, then you can change your signals here to trend up. And what that's going to do is that's going to filter out all of the reversal signals, so you don't get caught trying to catch a reversal on a day that's doing nothing but going up, right? So then here you're going to be able to catch these slight pullbacks and bounces for more profit, right? These slight pullbacks and bounces for more profit. Now, we're not in an oversold condition, right? But we still want that rounding and pop for the Sniper 2.0 type of continuation. So this works in a trend up, and it also works in a trend down. The key is you just have to learn what kind of environment you're in, right? And then it'll help you stay out of those trades that just get you chopped up on a normal trend up or a trend down day. So all your settings here are shown in the dashboard off to the right hand side. Happy trading, and let us know how it's going.